I think 2022 is officially the year of the Legacy sequel. What's going on, guys? I'm Chris, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm giving you my review of Hocus Pocus 2, the sequel to the original Hocus Pocus, which came out all the way back in 1993. But before I give you guys my thoughts on this movie, be sure to hit that like button, comment down below your thoughts or expectations on this movie if you have not yet seen it, and be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified for all future movie reviews. So, quick rundown of my history with the first Hocus Pocus is I've seen the movie one time in my life, back in like 2019. I thought it was okay, actually pretty throwaway and highly overrated, so I didn't really have any expectations coming into Hocus Pocus 2. Now, if I'm being completely honest, I think I might enjoy this more than the first Hocus Pocus. Now, this is coming from someone who is not at all attached to the Hocus Pocus fandom. I have no nostalgia for that original movie, so I'm just comparing them on one watch per each film. And I think this movie might be more enjoyable just because I think they do a little bit better job of fleshing out some of these side characters that aren't actually the witches. But I'll start with some of the things that I really enjoy with this movie. And the number one praise that I have for this film is the fact that it fully immerses you into the Halloween atmosphere, from the production design to just the actual story itself. This is pure Halloween family fun. It reminds me of like the early 2000s Disney Channel original movies. If you guys are a fan of the Halloween Town series, the DComs from back in the day, you're definitely going to have fun with this movie. And I think if you were a fan of the original Hocus Pocus, you'll probably love this one because the story is very similar. And I like how it, paid homage to that original with some callbacks to, characters and certain plot devices. I won't get too much into detail because I don't want to spoil the movie for you guys, but it definitely knows its roots while still introducing a new story, as we have a new cast of younger characters here that kind of take the reins in this story. The main girl of this new story being Becca, and it's really cool to just see how much this town cares about Halloween, because Salem obviously has some history with witches, so the Halloween lore and the spirit of Halloween in this town is always pretty high come October or spooky season. So without question, my favorite element of this movie is the fact that it goes all in on the Halloween vibes. It got me really damn excited for Halloween and start rewatching some of my favorite horror movies, eating candy, and just the crisp fall air. Now, when it comes down to the actual plot of Hocus Pocus 2, it's just a movie that really exists to bring the Sanderson Sisters back and try and sort of grab onto some nostalgia for fans of the original Hocus Pocus, because it doesn't do anything outstanding. It's not really that much of an improvement story-wise from the original. It's literally just a reason to get these actresses back in the roles. Now, I know there's a lot of diehard fans of the first Hocus Pocus movie, and something that I could never get past is how irritating the Sanderson Sisters were, and in this movie I found it to be the same exact way. Pretty much any scene involving them comes off as a little annoying to me, and I've never really found the Sanderson Sisters comical or funny. Like, a lot of their lines just, to me, it's like, okay, crickets would be playing right now if this was like a cartoon, just because I don't find them funny. And again, they have a very one-dimensional plot here, just like they kind of do in the first movie, and so it makes it sort of difficult to really give a damn about them ever. To me, I think the Sanderson Sisters are iconic because of their remarkable wardrobe and just the fact that they can be associated with Halloween so well as these witches. They play the parts well, and less so the fact that they're actually well-written, great characters. Because while this movie does try and sort of flesh them out in flashbacks, sort of, they just fall flat yet again for me here. There were two new standout characters, however. Gilbert, played by Sam Richardson, is definitely one of my favorite aspects of this movie. The character made me laugh multiple times, and his little side plot and the way they sort of retcon certain things from the original involving his character definitely made it a little more enjoyable. And the character of the mayor, played by Tony Hale, had me actually laughing a few times. Like, the movie wasn't hilarious to me, but he had a few moments of just like pure awkwardness and like dad humor that did have me laughing. So I have to give credit to those two actors, and I think those are two very fun new characters, because if I'm being frank, the new trio of girls that's introduced is somewhat stale, and I wanted to care more about them. There's some run-of-the-mill teen drama between them involving, a boyfriend and parties and, different social circles not always mixing as their old childhood friends. There's a lot of cliched plot elements here with these new characters that are introduced, but they have to have new young characters just to have a reason for the Sanderson Sisters to come back. As the story progresses, there's certain side plots that I found more engaging and enjoyable than others, because the main Sanderson Sisters plot, again, pretty one-note in my opinion, and surprisingly predictable. I thought this movie telegraphed a lot of its big reveals and certain things that were going to happen, and so when revelations were made and the audience was supposed to be like, oh my gosh, really? It really didn't come off as that shocking or surprising to me. Now, obviously, this movie's not set in reality, okay? It's a movie about literal witches coming back on Halloween night, but there's still things within the rules that this entire movie sets up that I found pretty nonsensical and almost inexplicable. Like, there was really no reasoning behind it, and I'm still kind of questioning exactly how things happened in the movie. And I don't like to nitpick things like that too often, but it was really blatant in this movie to where I was like, this makes no damn sense, but I guess I'm just gonna roll with it. But the movie's only about an hour and 43 minutes, and it has its fun moments. Again, it is not a terrible movie by any means. I think it goes toe-to-toe with the original in terms of just pure enjoyment. I think these movies serve the purpose of getting you in the Halloween spooky season spirit because the movies are filled with that fun Halloween imagery, music, and vibes that will definitely get you cheered up for All Hallows Eve. And again, I know the Sanderson Sisters are supposed to be these over-the-top characters. They've always just irritated me, and that was the case here yet again. But I can confidently say that if you are a diehard fan or just really enjoy the first Hocus Pocus, this movie's probably going to be right up your alley. Again, I have no nostalgia for Hocus Pocus, so I thought it was just all right, just like the first one. It's not a terrible movie by any means. I think there's definitely outlandish elements that make no damn sense to me. I thought it was extremely predictable at times as well, and there are just a lot of cheesy elements, but these movies are inherently cheesy just because of the nature of these witches doing these over-the-top crazy things. But as a legacy sequel, I think it does pay respect to the original Hocus Pocus while introducing a new cast of characters and having like the perfect blend of callbacks and nostalgia with creating a new story that may or may not set up a third Hocus Pocus movie. So I can recommend this movie if you're a fan of the first Hocus Pocus, cheesy, old school DComs, or just want a little flick to get in the Halloween spirit. But to put it bluntly, I don't think it's really a good movie. It's fine. But those are just my honest thoughts on Hocus Pocus 2. Definitely let me know yours in the comments down below, as well as your expectations you have not yet seen the movie. Be sure to hit that like button, it helps out quite a bit, and share this video with fellow Hocus Pocus fans. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified for all of my upcoming videos, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Spooky!